my Arms S510 has encountered a problem. The safety catch. I can hold this rifle in my hand and tilt it left and right, and the safety catch has such little friction it just moves side to side. So I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that, and it's very, very simple. First things first, make sure your rifle is clear. No magazine in, decock it, that's clear. So now that the rifle's made safe, all I'm simply going to do is remove the action from the stock. It's just one 5mm Allen key. Just make sure your hand is underneath because you don't want the action to just drop out. Might just need a bit of a wiggle. There we go, that's the stock off. This is the safety catch. This just has zero resistance now, so it can be a little bit dangerous. It's just wear and tear. It's been about 2 years now, so it's not done too bad, and it's a really cheap fix. So that's what we're going to do. Using your 3mm, I'm going to remove the 2 screws which are in front and behind the trigger guard. Put that to one side. Looking at the back of the trigger system, you'll see there's a little spring just underneath that'll easily pop out. It's very loose. Now we just want to remove this 1.5mm Allen grub screw. Very small, make sure you don't lose it. Put that to one side. Now that that's out, you want to pick up the rifle itself and tilt it back because there's a little spring and a ball bearing in there. Just tilt it out, give it a little shake, and there we go. This is the little spring which comes out. Now we're going to replace these parts. Here is this tiny ball bearing. Now what we're going to do is just carefully put that into the hole where the little spring and grub screw was. And now we'll put the spring back in. Once that's in, we put the 1.5mm grub screw, and because my grub screw was a tiny little bit loose, I'm going to apply a tiny little bit of blue Loctite onto my little grub screw. There we go. Now this is where you just have to feel. Don't want to do it too tight because you don't want to crush anything. I'll probably recommend a little bit of Loctite as well because it can be quite loose. So I've screwed that in there, that's way too far. It won't move. Still backing out, still won't move, backing out. Oh, there we go. Right, that's nice and prominent. I'm going to back it out a little bit more because I don't want it to be crushing it. Tiny bit more, I think that'll do. No, I think that needs a little bit more. There we go. That's quite nice and smooth, decent resistance, but it's not going to be crushing it. And it's pretty much a case of just putting it all back together. Don't forget this spring as well, which removed from underneath the trigger. Very simple to install. It just drops into a little hole underneath, and then this spring actually fits under a little indent underneath, and there you go. And now we put our trigger guard back on. Just give it a little nip. It's all back together, and now all that we need to do is just place our stock 5mm bolts. Now don't over tighten this because you are just going into wood. Just give it a little nip, that's all it needs. And that's our safety catch fixed. Hopefully you found that useful. If I've been a help to you, then please give the video a like and thumbs up. It really does help the channel, and I hope to see you on future videos. Thank you for watching.